Good morning. We're going to begin with some singing today. We'll be singing There Is a Love by Reverend Dr. Rebecca Ann Parker. This will be our last time singing it this week. Today what I'd like to invite you to do is to start with a little bit of a drone. So if you can sing the drone for me, I'll give you a couple notes you can pick from. Just hold that note, and then I'll sing it for you once. And then after that, we'll start doing it in a round. And at that point, you can start joining in on the round. Or if you feel like you'd prefer to just keep holding that note, droning that note, you can also do that. So here's your first option. Ooh, is your second option. Ooh, there is a love holding us. There is a love holding all we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding us. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. We rest in this love. We rest in this love. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Phil Nagy from the board. I have a whole passel of announcements. AGM season. By now you probably know that this year's AGM has been booked on a Saturday, May 3rd. Here are two new pieces of information. First, because it's a Saturday and it might be a lovely spring day, like today, we're concerned about a quorum. Please make every effort to attend, and if you can't, please arrange for someone to hold your proxy. It will be an important meeting. Second, as is the custom, there will be 2 Zoom meetings in the week before for more detailed discussion of financial issues. These will be on Monday morning, April 28th, and Wednesday evening, April 30th. Details of how to give your proxy and link to these meetings will be in the next few EUUs. Also, there are proxy forms on the welcome table back in that corner. Next. There will be a weekly or our bi-weekly conversation about themes and insights from this morning's service. The conversation will be in the lounge. You can get some food in the fellowship hall and take it over to the lounge if you wish, and there will be coffee in the lounge. Next, the Unitarian Go-Go's are holding a bake and jewelry sale in fellowship hall after the service today, that way. There will be some Easter-themed treats and maple syrup, as well as regular baking and jewelry. Cash, checks, and e-transfer will all be accepted. Many thanks in advance for helping us support the Stephen Lewis Foundation as they make every effort to support their partners in sub-Saharan Africa who are experiencing the devastating consequences of recent disruptions in access to life-saving health care. Next, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Worship Hall, our Justice and Equity Action Group is hosting a Vote Palestine Town Hall organized by Independent Jewish Voices and the Palestinian Youth Movement. For more information, please visit the website at Vote Palestine. And now from the nominating committee, The nominating committee is looking for members at large to serve on the board. If you're interested, you can look in the EUU, or you can talk to Mike Fletcher, who is back there. And finally, I'd like to call on Catherine Pope to talk about the Fall Fair.
Thank you, Phil. Good morning. I'm Catherine Pope, the Fall Fair Director for 2025. Woohoo! I have two questions for you. The first is, who had a great time at the Fall Fair last November? Raise your right hand. Yay! And the second one is, who plans on attending the Fall Fair this November? Left hand. Yay! Let's give ourselves a hand. All right. Now, I'm here today with a request for you. I'm having knee surgery this month, and this is really good news for me, but I'm going to need some help with the director role this year. If you can help me, please contact me. And if you're really keen to volunteer at the Fall Fair and you haven't done so before, please contact Eva Behringer. You can get our information, our contact information at the front office, and my information is in the EUU this month. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you at the Fall Fair. Woohoo!
Thank you, Catherine, Phil. Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome everyone to the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa, whether you are here in Worship Hall or watching from wherever you may be, know that you are welcome among us. I'm the Reverend Eric Meter, this congregation's lead minister.
Good morning, and I'm Lee, your worship associate today. We acknowledge that our FirstU campus is located on traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded Algonquin Anishinaabe territory, and that the work of reconciliation is a responsibility of our congregation and of all Canadians. Our goal is to educate ourselves and all those that have the willingness to understand, to be of service to those who are at risk, and to advocate for justice. Let's join our voices in song once more. Please rise in body or in spirit as we welcome back our special musical guest, Tony Turner, who with Jen will lead us in singing Building Bridges, which is number 1,223, or 1023 as a normal person would say it, in our teal hymnal. The lyrics will also be on the screen above.
This is yet another round. For this one, we'll do the same thing. We'll sing it all together, and then you can start splitting yourselves into two groups. You know, I would suggest 1, 2, 3. But if you really want to go rogue, feel free. We're so excited to have Tony Turner with us today. So what a thrill for all of us. So we're so glad to have you here. Building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony.
Thank you, Jen and Tony. If you're new to FirstU and would like to learn more about us, please contact us through our email at welcome@firstunitarianottawa.ca. If you're with us right here today in Worship Hall, please, and would like more information about FirstU, it is available at the welcome table at the back of the pews. We encourage you to sign up to receive the EUU, our weekly email newsletter. Sign-up information is available on our website under the EUU Weekly Newsletter tab, or you can access the EUU on the website or by using the QR code on the back of our printed programs. Check our Facebook and Instagram pages as well as our website for notices and updates. Our calendar continues to be as full as ever, with some of our activities taking place online. This morning, each of us is welcome. We of any heritage or faith, whatever our burdens, of any culture or race, of any gender or orientation, in any body, all that we are. Today, we are all a part of this spiritual community.
To begin our reflection this morning on what is possible when people join together in common cause, we light our chalice this morning to these words from Gretchen Haley. And is there someone who might want to help me light the chalice? I saw a couple of hands. You can all come forward. You got it? That's why there's two. Whoop, 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 whoop. Here, I'll hold this. There you go. I had poetic words from Gretchen Haley, but she was bested. So let us go on. Our chalice, my friends, is lit. Come, let us worship together as we sing our chalice song once more. Jen?
Chalice, chalice, burning bright, help remind us with your light of how we'd like to live each day with love and truth helping lead the way.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jody McIntosh, the Director of Religious Exploration, and I have a book for you today. I welcome anyone young or young at heart who wants to gather here. Unfortunately, we don't have slides today, but we do have a book to show. Cache is my book holder today. So our story today is called I Am We, a Book of Community by Susan Verity. And I have done a couple Susan Verity books before. This is her brand new one. And when Eric told me it was about how individuals bring something to community, I said, I have the book for you. I know it is important to take care of me, to focus on my own breath, my own needs, and to be kind to my mind. And sometimes I wonder, is that selfish? How does caring for myself help anyone else? But then I realize that the better I feel inside, the more I can feel for others. My friends, my family, my community, because I do not exist alone. I am part of something bigger than myself. And when we each take the goodness and self-compassion inside and turn it outward, that is how we make progress and change. How we build, create, learn, and show love. How we care for each other affects the world. I am more than me. I am we. When there are challenges and struggles, I can check on you. You can check on me. We can create a safety net so no one falls. When there's hurtfulness and inequity, we can stand up for each other. We can sit, gather, march, sing, vote, stronger in numbers, louder in voices, as we all call for justice. When there are differences in thoughts and opinions, we can have a conversation, listening, disagreeing, and agreeing with gentleness, finding the right solution for all of us. When there is shyness and a feeling of not belonging, we can be the welcoming committee, interested and thoughtful, making sure there is a place for everyone. When there are problems to be solved with creativity, I can share my talents, and you can share yours. We can combine our skills and ideas to dream up something spectacular. When there are good times, successes, and joy, we can celebrate, show our excitement and pride, and encourage each other to keep on rising. Connection is how I grow. Connection is how we grow. Connected is what we are, part of a worldwide community, part of this community. Diverse and magnificent, kind and accepting, supportive and present, all of us important, none of us alone. I am not just me, I am we. And if we put our heads and our hearts together, if we keep on caring for ourselves and each other, everything is possible. Thank you. We will sing Our Children on Our Way, and as our custom, if you can create an arch down this aisle, and our children will go to our classes. All the children will be in the Rainbow Room, room 4 this today.
Beneath our arms we shelter you. You warm our hearts as you pass through. May our love guide you as you go, to help you learn and help you grow.
So many young ones. Can you feel the life in the room? This is wonderful. Each week, we pause in our time together in recognition of the joys and sorrows in our lives and across the globe. We honor our celebrations and challenges by placing stones in small bowls of water. As the ripples extend outward, we imagine them continuing out beyond the small bowls, out through and past our pews, out into the larger community of all. The first stone is for sure signs of spring, greening grass, early blossoms in trees, and a line was seen forming up outside the Mary Dairy for ice cream yesterday afternoon. Marlene, a stone for Marlene, who is having a milestone birthday this coming week. And a stone for Tony's mother, Jean, who turns 101 today. And if you're wondering who this guy Tony is, and we're celebrating new members who probably haven't met you yet, Tony. Tony is a beloved former member of the congregation who we keep pulling back. Maybe not as often as we'd like, but as often as possible. It's great to have you with us, sir. And 2 more stones. Don't go, Lee. A stone for Jan, who recently injured her knee. We hold her in care and send best wishes for a prompt recovery. And as Catherine mentioned earlier, we are keeping her close in thought as she prepares for knee surgery later this month. Against this background, we live our lives. Please come forward now, if you would, to honor your joys and sorrows by placing stones in these bowls of water before us. That last stone, as always, represents all that remains in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. Carrying cards for Jan, Catherine, and Marlene are at the back of the hall for us to sign. Even if you don't yet know them, this is a way, signing a card to them is a way to extend our care on behalf of those who have given so much of their care to this community. Let us move into a time of stillness and reflection now. After several moments, we'll come back together through the gift of music. Thank you, Tony. Becoming formally a member of this congregation is both simple and complicated, both an ending and a beginning. It is simple then, in that all that is required is that you apply for membership and accept our expectation that you offer your energy, your interests, and contribute financially as best you can. It is complicated in that the responsibility for finding a spiritual meaning in your life and meaning in your membership lies ultimately with you. You'll get lots of support and encouragement here. Support and encouragement, folks. We're expected to give that to one another, as well as questions and challenges. For the simplicity of our membership requirement goes hand in hand with our support and our challenge. It is the end of you looking for a faith community to join, at least we hope it will be. It is the beginning of your commitment and growth within this faith community. It is now our great joy to welcome those who have recently decided to make the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa their spiritual home. I would like to ask Chuck Shields, our board president, and Carol Card of our welcome and membership team to come forward and join me now.
So on behalf of the welcome and membership team, I will now call up a number of new members that we have. So please come up and join us here when you hear your name called. Stan Sears, Carolyn Christie, Mary Catherine Harper, Alexis McKenzie, Andrew Poirier, David Jick. And then we have others who have said that they would like to remain in the pews. If they've changed their minds, they are welcome to come up. Ken Dennison, Lamia Degdi, Tavi Sitam. I'll also mention 3 people who unfortunately weren't able to be here today: Brianna Faubert, Salim Udin, and Malika Mutli.
Good morning. It's always an exciting and happy time to be participating in a ceremony like this. I would like to invite all of those who are currently members of this congregation to please rise as you're able and join with me in the words of welcome that are printed in your order of service or were handed out as you came in. Here in this church, we have gathered for generations, seeking a greater purpose and a deeper life than we could find alone, seeking to work together to build a better community than we could achieve alone. We are grateful today for each one of you that you have found your way here and that you have decided to share our commitment with this faith community. We welcome both your questions and your enthusiasm. Welcome. We join our strengths, talents, and commitments with yours. We are proud to be here.
You can sit down. They need to stand up for a little bit longer. We also extend a special welcome to the children and grandchildren of our new members. We celebrate your presence among us. We commit ourselves to helping you grow and learn and to making you an integral part of this community of faith. Let's hear it for him. Carol is reminding me, if any of our newest members would like to say a few words, the floor is yours.
When I moved here 3 years ago from Montreal, I was looking for a church, and social justice, action, and community were very important to me. And I didn't know anything about FirstU until I heard someone speak on the radio about the building project. And then I knew this was a church that actually put its money where its mouth was and did something. And about community, I'm just so grateful at the welcome you gave my husband and I. It's not easy to move to a new city with no friends or family when you're retired, and you've really welcomed us. So thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Mary Catherine Harper. As Carolyn said, I am also very interested in getting involved in social justice here in the future. I grew up in the Anglican Church and then went to United, but this one just seems to meet my values and my philosophy so much more. I'm looking forward to getting involved in the community, and I find that this is much more of a community of like-minded people, and as I said in the children's part, community is where you grow, so I'm looking forward to that and getting involved, and thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew, and I'm very happy to be here this morning. A few years back, I was a religious studies major, so it was through that exploration of religious ideas that I came across Unitarianism, and I thought, well, that looks interesting. I wonder if there are any congregations around here, and sure enough, very near to the Algonquin campus, the Algonquin College campus where I'm currently studying, is FirstU. So I came here, started singing with the choir. I already know some of the people from Chalice Choir. They were very welcoming, and I was very happy to meet many people of like mind and shared values, so beautifully articulated in the principles that we all share here, and to find a community of people who see these principles not only as an intellectual ideal, but as a moral duty and as a spiritual calling of a much deeper and much greater nature. So in the days and hopefully years to come, I hope to get to know many of you much better than I already do, and I look forward to seeing all of you.
Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me particularly well, my name is Alexis McKenzie. I've been coming here since last summer. Thank you. The timing for me starting to become part of this community actually worked out really well because of two occasions. One, because a pseudo-religious community I was a part of was starting to drop in membership and became a bit more hollow than it used to be. Another was my choir's concert being here, which led to me first looking up where this place was and what was about. And as I read through the website and what the church stood for, I realized this is the place to be. I like it. So I've come to know not only lots of lovely people here, I've happily joined in the house band to reinvigorate my love of music again and learn about the wonderful projects that this community has committed to, like the food program and the housing program that we're going to have started. I'm very, very happy to have made this my new spiritual community, so thank you.
Hello, I'm David. My wife Brandon and I started coming here in November. We'd been sort of shopping around, looking for a spiritual community to join, and we didn't feel at home anywhere until we walked through the front doors here. And that welcoming feeling continues. Our daughter Brianna and our son Misha really enjoy coming. They've made fast friends, and we find this to be one of the most welcoming communities we've ever been a part of. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and always looking forward to getting to know all of you better. Thank you.
Thanks and welcome to each one of you. Thank you for being part of this. And let's hear from our choir as a gift to our newest members.
So very quickly before I'm going to pass the mic over to Tony, thank you. So today's choir is Fusion. However, we've invited all of the choirs to come sing today's anthem because it's one that's very special to all of the choirs here and the congregation, so everyone is up here. And you are also welcome to sing along as well. When it gets to the chorus, if you know the song, please feel free to join us today. I'll pass the mic to Tony.
Nice to be here. Yeah, really nice to be here. Where do I start? First of all, this song that we're singing, Circle of Song, was just a little folk song that I had written, I think, 31 years ago. Hard to believe. But then we used to sing it in this church and other places around town, and it's still being sung in lots of places. But it was Jane Perry, your former choir director, who turned it into a beautiful choir arrangement that is just gorgeous. And I think of her when we sing this arrangement. But I also want to dedicate this song to a couple of people. One is my mother, who is Reverend Eric said is turning 101 today. She encouraged my life into music. she was widowed when she was about 42, and I was just a wayward kind of 14-year-old, didn't know what I'd do, and she somehow, with raising 5 kids, she was able to give me pay for some guitar lessons for me, just 12 lessons, and then I kind of learned from my friends about, I kept asking her, well, I've asked her recently, why do you do that? Why did you do that? And she said, you needed something, and I guess as someone who was almost failed grade 9, I needed something, and music has been my savior. And then I also dedicate this to my late wife, Sharon, who you all know, many of you knew, and she was a member here, and she too was looking for and the new members who are coming here, she was looking for a church community in the late 90s when we had after we had come back from England, where we had worked for a year, and this is the community she found, and she went on to do all kinds of wonderful things, social justice and otherwise. So here we go. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song we are one. Some sing of the past, of battles lost and won. Some sing of their dreams and a new day in the sun. Some sing out for love, and some sing just for fun. In the circle of song we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song we are one. Some sing of this land, or the country of their birth. Some sing of this land and the beauty of the earth. Some sing of this land for all that it is worth. In the circle of song we are one. Viens avec moi dans ce cercle d'amis, où jeune et moi jeune, où grand et petit, chante une seule voix à travers les différences, dans ce cercle d'amis tous unis. Each of us must leave this place and go back to our home. Each of us must walk a path, must be walked alone. And each of us will bear the fruit of the seeds that we have sown. In the circle of song we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song, we are one. In the circle of song, we are one.
Hearing that song again, actually quite a bit of the music this morning has struck me how music has a way to take us back to different times, different places. Jen, when you announced our sung Prelude by Rebecca Ann Parker, Dr. Parker was starting her second year as president of Starr King School for the Ministry in Berkeley when I started my first year as a student there. And I remember a particular worship during orientation week, 25 voices in the fireside room singing in round harmony. You brought me back there. And then building bridges, Tony and Jen brought me back to June of 2012 when the congregation I then served took a youth delegation on pilgrimage to that congregation's partner church village in Bullen, Transylvania, and our youth sang that song in their building, which was designed with Christian, Jewish, and Muslim influences all. And it was one of the best sounding halls I've ever been in a little hilly farming village in Transylvania. And Circle of Song is a song I will take with me from this place. Thank you. It was noted to me this week that someone said, "We've missed you in the pulpit." I didn't plan that, it just kind of happened. But I think my wife is always telling me things happen for a reason, and I'm a curmudgeon when it comes to that sort of thing. I think it's hogwash, but maybe she's right. I've been applying for other congregations, and it was kind of good to have a little more than 1 foot outside this community as I assessed what I needed to do for my next step. And a board member talking to me on Friday was asking me how my search was going, and I realized I haven't told the congregation publicly that when you announced the hiring of Reverend Laura Cowton, the congregation that I will be going to sign papers with me at the same time. I will be going on, and this is a little ironic, and I'm a little nervous about this. My reason for leaving you fine, lovely, wonderful, beloved people is that my wife couldn't find suitable work here. And so I was applying to half a dozen congregations in New England where she now lives and works. But I also, on sort of shits and giggles, I shouldn't use that word, I'm a minister, applied to a couple congregations back in California on the West Coast. And Starr King Unitarian Universalist Church in Hayward, California decided I was their guy. So, and Anne has been increasingly feeling that the job that pulled her away from us wasn't the dream job that she hoped and thought it would be. So we're making a leap. We're going back west. And yeah, I will miss you. And I will take Circle of Song and all of you with me. And I need to be short in my remarks, so I may jump around a little bit, but a couple of things I want to say. When I was interviewing with 8 or 9 congregations, I was reminded of something that I started saying in the first church that I served professionally. And that was a church of maybe 125 adults and 40 or so youth, children and youth. And I wanted to give them a sense that they could do big things. They hadn't had that sense before. And I realized that there was a truth in saying, no single group of people can do everything. But any group of people, any community can do anything it sets its mind to. Now fast forward to something you've heard me say a number of times, reporting that my predecessor, Reverend Pat, the first thing she said to me about you was, this congregation is not afraid to go big. Music to my ears. And so that's the first thing that I told Reverend Lahr, who will be your next minister. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great for all of you. What we do together matters. I want to tell you something I've heard about and I've heard lay leaders talk about, but I'm thinking about it today with our new member, welcoming our new members. And I think I want to just make sure that it's said, and I want to say a couple of things about it. One of my predecessors here, it doesn't matter whom. And for reasons I will leave to the side, but they may include ego, gratification, or there may have been other reasons, instructed the staff to make changes to the church database. And so that everyone who is considered in the friend category, which is folks who have been around, made financial contributions to the community, but haven't done what these fine people have done today, have done, he said, move them from friend to member. And so the membership, and there are disagreements on the numbers here, but the numbers I have from the church staff went from just under 400 to just under 500 overnight. And I've always felt that that decision, as unethical as it was, left a lasting negative mark on the congregation. It was a setup, because the congregation felt it was a 500-member church when really it was a 370-member church. And certainly before and certainly during COVID, our membership declined. But we've never been the 500-member church that people think we were. We are who we are. We're really, really good. And the energy is coming back beautifully, as you saw represented today. But there's a way that Unitarian part of our tradition likes to be big, likes to think grandly of itself. And sometimes honesty calls for a bit more humility. And so what I want to say is ministers sometimes make mistakes. What we do here together matters, and that this church, just like any other congregation, can do anything it sets its mind to. I'm not trying to say you're less than you are, because you are not. You are great. And there's a further point I want to make, and often we look to the number of people as a measurement, as the measurement of church worth. But growth and maturity are ways, there are many ways to measure that. One is seats in the pews, and today that's looking really good. This is great. but it's not the only way. The energy in the room really matters. And recently, both myself and the lay leaders of this congregation have had, it's not for them, it's for me and the ministry here, exit interviews with the staff of the Canadian Unitarian Council. And early in my conversation a couple Mondays ago with Linda Thompson, who was our regional rep, I recalled what she said to me after a new ministry startup workshop that she led that I had with lay members here. And she said afterward, she had never heard lay leaders speak so frankly, openly, and respectfully about one another and about the congregation. Now, this had nothing to do with me. I'd only been here a few weeks. But it spoke of folks who respected and trusted one another, who were more concerned with honesty and building something together than they were with image. And that gave me hope in you, in me, and what we might do together, and what you will do with your next minister, Laura Cotton. I was going to get to this next quote a little differently. I found in the church library a book by someone who may be familiar to you because he spoke, although recorded, during our memorial service for Brian Kopke, former long-term minister here. Tom Owen Toll was his name, and he was one of the co-ministers of our congregation in San Diego for years. And he wrote a book called Growing a Beloved Community. And in that book, he quotes a former social action chair of that congregation named Lynn Eldred, who says this about being involved in church community. She says, "We all have a pocket full of puzzle pieces representing the skills and experiences we contribute to the common good." So imagine your skills and experiences as puzzle pieces. She continues, "I can pocket my pieces, hoarding them, or I can play them. If I do a cost-benefit analysis of working for social justice, I might never play these pieces, her pieces, because it takes a leap of faith to set up the table of history, to step up to the table of history and say, I'm willing to commit myself to making change in the world." She continues, "There are no guarantees, and we can't see the cover of the box to know where to place the pieces or how the pattern is supposed to come out. To play these pieces, to play the pieces we are given, means to play with faith, knowing we may never even see the frame constructed in our lifetime. Perhaps some of the puzzle I will work on will never be completed, but I need to play my pieces all the same." Now, our new members are going to bring new energy, insights, and ideas to this community. Our job is to listen and accept and welcome and elicit those ideas and then match them in kind. It's not just them learning from us, it's us learning from them that will carry us forward. One of the things that I've said to each of the congregations that I interviewed with and didn't choose to go, or that outright rejected me, which there were a couple, was that I was looking forward to seeing what comes of what they create together with their next minister. The same is doubly true for you. On my YouTube feed yesterday, there was a recommendation that I look at the service, the memorial service for a former congregant I didn't know had died. Don't think I won't carry you with me. Don't think I don't carry my love for you and your promise as a shining light in my heart. I can't wait to hear what you do together. It sounds like I'm saying goodbye. I'm not yet. But it has been an honor to be with you during these last 4 years. And I can't wait to see what comes next. Blessed be. Amen.
I'm going to need the iPad, Reverend Derek. I don't have it complete. Would the ushers please start passing the baskets at this time? I think I got that right. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Derek. Our congregation has a long history of care, vitality, and bringing people together to move the arc of justice forward. We've been able to live into our hopes and dreams because of the generosity of those within and beyond our community. So whether you're here with us today in Worship Hall or anywhere else, remember that you are a part of this community. And we rely on one another to keep this congregation vital and resilient. If you have any questions about how you can give, please go to our website or contact our finance manager to find out how you can make a donation or keep up with your pledge. Also, those in Worship Hall can use the QR code on the back of the order of service to make an online donation. Our gifts are freely given and gratefully received. We dedicate these gifts to the work of this community of faith, serving human wholeness, caring for the planet, upholding religious freedom, welcoming the stranger, and loving one another. Now, let us sing together once more. Please rise in body or spirit as Jen leads us in singing Come and Go With Me, number 1018 in our teal hymnal. The words will be up on the screen.
Yes, there will. Before we begin to close this time of worship, song, and reflection, a reminder that food and household items from our grocery support program are available to any who would like some from the room adjacent to Fellowship Hall. You'll see in that room 2 Ajaski towers are back up, but they're not quite ready for harvesting yet. A couple more weeks, my friends, a couple more weeks. A reminder that our after-service discussion will be in the lounge lounge after our service, and that Mia's India Cuisine is offering lunch for sale. And we will also have cake and cupcakes to celebrate our newest members. And the Unitarian Go-Go's will be having a bakery and jewelry sale in Fellowship Hall after the service to benefit the Stephen Lewis Foundation. Woof! Lots going on. If you are new here, still feel new, or simply welcome a really fine conversation today, please pick up a green mug as you enter Fellowship Hall. Doing so will help others looking forward to good conversation find you. And if you see someone sporting a mug, go up and ask them what brought them here and get ready for a terrific conversation. Now, as we prepare to extinguish this morning's chalice, these words by Denise Levertov will guide us forward. But we have only begun to love the earth. We have only begun to imagine the fullness of life. How could we tire of hope? So much is in bud. Our chalice flame is extinguished, but the spark remains in each of our hearts. Jen, will you please bless us again by leading us in singing our closing song, Spirit of Life? As now we return to the joy and the challenge of helping the world come alive in love, let us go forward with love in our hearts, sowing seeds of justice from our hands, feeling peace in each and every step. Go in peace, my friends. Go in peace.
I really thought we were going to run out of stones today.